Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded and Unfiltered, the podcast in which I, your host Jermaine, interviews another content creator in regards to their journey thus far. This episode, as always, I have a special guest. Before we get started, I'm going to read their bio, introduce them so we can get a little bit of information on them so we can get them started on this conversation. SmittyChu is a South Florida jet born and raised and has streamed off and on for 7 years, but taking it more seriously this year. She's mainly a horror streamer, but does dabble in FPS games like Apex Legends. She's a bundle of energy, which at times she doesn't even know what to do with. She's a part-time content creator for now and works full-time in the mental health field. She loves anime, psychological shows, and horror movies/books. She also has a major obsession with Pikachu, and honestly, she doesn't even know why. And with that, I'd like to introduce my guest for the evening. Smitty, welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think ever since I've known you, you've been obsessed with Pikachu. I never even thought to ask why. I was just like, all right, Smitty like Pikachu.
I don't know. One day, I just bought one thing that was Pikachu related, and then I went to the store at another time, and I was like, oh, it's a Pikachu. Okay, I'm just get this. And then I went to another store, and I was like, oh, they got a Pikachu thing. I'm gonna get this too. Ever since then, it hasn't ended.
And do people buy you Pikachu stuff too?
That's what I say. The best way to my heart is Pikachu.
Yeah, I have for some reason in high school, somebody bought me a Superman like teddy bear. Mm-hmm. And then ever since then, nothing but Superman. I like killed it. It's kind of dead now, but for the longest, it was like, it's a Superman cup, it's a Superman mug. And I'm like, thanks. I don't even like Superman like that. All right, Smitty, I'm going to ask you like I ask everyone who starts this podcast, how did you get started in content creation?
So 2017. Only reason why I know that is because I looked at my old clips and I was like, oh, shit. Oh, wait, can I curse?
Yeah. It's unfiltered. You can say.
I was like, oh, shit. 2017? Okay. So when I play games, I'm already talking to them. I'm already yelling at them. Like I'm yelling at the TV when I used to play games on the TV. So boyfriend at the time was like, oh, have you heard of Twitch? People like stream games on there. And his friends heard me screaming on the other line. And they was like, she should be streaming that. She'd be acting like that without actually streaming. So I was like, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Ever since then, yeah.
That's wild. That is crazy. Like, yeah, so you're telling me the way that you are interacting with these damn horror games on stream, that's you without a camera in front of you?
That's me without a camera. That's me. Sometimes it's toned down a bit. Yeah. Because I'm not living by myself.
Okay.
But I'm getting to that point where I'm not caring anymore and I'm just going to full on go.
Yes. Hey, yo, if I'm being honest, I wish like when the fam's not home or if it's like during the day, I could be a little louder, but I usually stream at night. So my streams are like, all right, oh shit, there's something scary. I'm like whispering.
I'm screaming.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm surprised my neighbors, I'm not even going to jinx myself. We're just going to leave it there.
Yeah. Don't call that into existence. All right, that's dope. So it's pretty straightforward. So have you only been doing Twitch this entire time or have you been dabbling in anything else?
I tried D-Live, I think, for like a day. And I was like, yeah, no Twitch. And then Kick came out and I went to Kick for a day. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this is literally me having to start completely over and I don't see the point.
Right.
So I went back to Twitch. But now I'm doing YouTube too, but that's not streaming though. Yeah.
But I mean, it's still content creation. And I think it's a smart move. Like I've been telling people, if you have a Twitch, just make a clips YouTube page and just throw clips up if that's all you can do. It'll work.
Exactly.
Cool. So let's go ahead and switch gears. What's your current mindset in regards to the content? You just said you're starting up a YouTube. So what's the current mindset in regards to that stuff?
I'm at the point now. Like I said, 7 years. In the beginning, I wasn't really like posting clips. I wasn't really editing VODs and stuff. So now the way I'm going at it, I'm actually editing the videos that I like my VODs from Twitch. Yeah. I'm posting it on YouTube. I'm learning how to video edit. So I'm actually trying to put myself more out there outside of streaming. Because in the beginning, I was streaming. I was networking too, but I was in other people's streams, talking with them, interacting with them, interacting on Twitter. But I wasn't putting out my own stuff.
Right.
I got on TikTok 2 years late.
Yeah, so, true.
I was one of those people. I was like, I ain't doing no TikTok now. It's too much social media. But now it's like, I got to try to grow that.
Yeah.
So my mindset right now is I'm on the move.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say grind. It sounds so like,
hey, I love
it
that.
sounds so stressful.
Yes.
So I say we move.
Right.
So I'm moving right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything is on 100.
That's awesome. All right, dope. Because yeah, like you said, like there was that time where everybody was going to TikTok, and I feel like I was seeing people like get their little followings and blowing up, but I was in that mindset of, man, fuck I don't want another goddamn social media, right? And now I'm like, let me upload my shit to TikTok.
Exactly.
I mean, it is what
2
it
years
is.
late.
Exactly. It is what it is. Before we leave your current mindset, I wanted to know, where did your screen name come from? Because you mentioned
SmittyChu?
Yeah, you mentioned in your bio that you go by a lot of names on, or you have when you were streaming, and SmittyChu is the only one I know. So what's the details on?
A lot of names is what people call me. I have one person that calls me Shitty Chew. Don't ask me where they got that from. He just randomly started calling me Shitty Chew. And I was like, okay, sir.
Yeah.
I got people that call me Thicky Chew. It's always something Chew. So I have a variety of names from other people that they call me. But I've always been Smitty Chew.
That makes sense.
That name came up, which is funny because I just retweeted a post about my old school gamer tag.
Okay.
It used to be Kool-Aid Smiles.
Yo, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I still have the picture of why people called me Kool-Aid Smiles. So with that being said, I was in the military.
Yep.
So, in the military, you go by your last name. Somebody ended up calling me Smitty. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, I want to change my name, but I don't really know what to change it to.
Right.
And I was like, I'm obsessed with Pikachu. People call me Smitty. And that's where SmittyChu came from. Even though everyone thinks I'm a man anytime I come in their chat. But everyone thinks I'm like, you see my name, it looks kind of girly.
Right. I feel like.
But they see Smitty.
Yeah. And they're like,
they think man. It's a dude. I get dude.
Right? Like the first time I seen you, SmittyChu is the first time I've seen you streaming. So it's just associated with that. But I guess I can see how people did that. Also, I don't know why I didn't realize the back end of that was Pikachu. What the fuck?
Yeah, Pikachu, SmittyChu.
Wow. I am slipping.
I got it tatted on me too.
Damn, bars. Oh yeah. By the way, she be spitting bars in her stream too. Like I fake do it. She gets like a redeem for it. Like
sometimes it's too much about booty though. So
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is at this point. I'm Booty Chew.
So Booty Chew, is that one? Did somebody call you that?
Yes.
All right, but I was about to say. As much as you talk about booties in the stream. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, Smitty, we're going to drop some knowledge on somebody, some people, somewhere.
Yes.
Lessons learned. This is where I ask my fellow content creators, what lessons have you learned because you started creating content?
So I think I'm going to just assume I have 3.
Okay, bet. Let's go.
I'm going to assume. So first, mental health. The one thing I learned as far as like it comes to your mental health, take the breaks that you need. I've been streaming on and off, and there was a lot of breaks in between those. I would disappear for 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. But, working on how you're actually feeling with yourself is very important because you're not going to be able to give the best you if you're not feeling the best you. So there's that.
Yes.
Very heavy. I am a person that's very heavy on mental health. As you see, I work in it now.
Yeah.
So very heavy when it comes to mental health and even working on my own. The second thing would definitely be what I've learned is to create a schedule that you follow. Now, obviously, you're not always going to be able to follow that schedule. So revamp it as you need to, but at least have something planned out so you know what you need to do. You know the days that you need to stream. You know the times that you need to stream. If you're video editing, you know what specific days you're going to video edit, at what time you're going to video edit, how long you're going to video edit for, as well as like if you're uploading content and stuff like that, just having that set schedule so you have an idea of, okay, today is this day. I need to do this. Because for me, in the beginning, I did kind of have a schedule for streaming, but I was still all over the place. So I feel like that would be, having a schedule would definitely keep more of an organized system going. What was my third one? Dang, I done lost what I was going to say.
Let's see.
Mental health.
mental health,
scheduling,
schedule, lessons learned.
What was the question?
What's the lesson that you learned because you started creating content?
Oh, biggest one. Ooh, I got loud that one.
Yeah.
Biggest one. I am my worst enemy. So I have come to the point where I realize a lot of the either mistakes I've made, errors, all of that stuff. I can't think of the actual word I want to say. I'm having a brain fart. But the things that I've noticed within myself, me taking so many breaks, all came down to me either being demotivated, me being sad or depressed, however you want to go about it. And I came to realize me criticizing myself too much, you know, comparing myself to other people that's doing similar as me. So I feel like what I learned from all of that is instead of being your biggest critic, be your biggest fan. So even if it's something that you're not really proud of that you're doing, or you're not really happy with the product, I learned this from YouTube because I've been doing some research.
Okay.
As long as it's 70% perfection, because I have a problem with perfectionism.
Yeah.
As long as the thing that you're working on is at least 70% perfect to you, you could pick whatever percentage. Obviously, don't make it be 80, 90.
Right.
But if it's like 50%, 60%, 65%, as long as it's within that range for you, post it. Because if you're sitting there just trying to go over what you need to fix, you'll never have anything put out. No one would ever be able to see it. No one will know that you're going through all of that.
Right.
So it's best to be your biggest fan. Whatever you're working on, just be super proud of it. Put it out.
Yeah.
So that's something else. That was the biggest thing for me. That I'm my worst enemy.
Yeah.
But now I'm becoming my best friend.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have a pause button, but I would hit it here if I did.
Pause.
I 100% agree with your third point there. I too used to struggle from perfectionism, I guess you would call it. One thing that I did is I did a minute video straight. I said what I had to say. I didn't edit that motherfucker, and I just posted it. Just so I can get through what I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, oh, I got to be perfect. So people are going to clown me.
Yeah.
Like when I think about it, I don't give a fuck. Like when I consciously think about it, I don't give a fuck. And so I just put it out there so my subconscious can see, hey, you're alive. Nobody said shit. And people actually liked it. And I'm like, oh, all right. And I kind of unlocked that you don't have to be perfect. And like you said, 70%, put that bitch up. Do it.
Put it up. It's dope. Better to have quantity. Well, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Yeah, because it's like a mixture, quantity, quality.
Right.
But as long as it's good enough. That's the motto that I've been trying to go by. Is as long as it's good enough. Because perfection doesn't exist. It's all about progress.
Exactly.
That's what I say. He is for progress, not perfection.
You know what's wild is I think I've had a YouTube channel for, I don't know, let's say it was 10 years. Like I went back and looked at my first video, and at the time, that version of me was like, yo, this is perfect. I took 3 weeks to put this out. I put it up. That shit was trash. Like I look at it now, I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yo, and my God, cringe.
Oh, I need to cut that out. I'm like, I'm gonna make a video. That's my next video. I'm gonna cut that out and be like, I thought this was perfect at the time. And I wasted like months doing it. And that just tells me, like, just get your rough draft out, get the idea, the essence of the video you want, and just put it up. Because
just put it up.
Nobody, especially
you can always come back.
Yes,
you can come back to it. And if you see it, you see things that you need to fix. You could revamp whatever you need to fix in the next video.
Exactly.
So learn from the mistakes you think you had in the prior video to make the next one better. Because if I look at my video, that intro, I was like, what the hell? It was glitching and everything. I was like, you know what? And I posted it anyways. Yeah. That video has like 10K views on it now.
Exactly.
I was like, yo.
Exactly. I was up for the longest time. I was like, I don't want something that I had like a throwaway idea to blow up. Like it's not like my normal content, because I was like, I don't want to have to keep doing that. And I was like, you don't have to, like, especially with TikTok, like motherfuckers just run through content. So whatever comes to mind, just put that shit up, because
it's your channel. Like somebody gonna like it. It's your channel. Go with what you feel is best for you. Don't go try to follow what other people are doing.
Please don't do that.
Do what's best for you.
Yeah. That was my downfall when I first started streaming. I don't know why, but I was looking at everybody else. I'm like, oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do that, and kind of replicated it. And then once I deviated from that is when my channel started to take off because I was like, oh, you can actually do some dope shit over here and y'all are half-ass sleeping. And then anyways.
Being your authentic self.
Exactly.
That's the most important.
Yes. So, well, you know what? We're already here. We kind of did this a little bit in lessons learned, but there's never too much advice that can be given. So, Smitty, if you had to give some advice to somebody who is thinking about content creation or who's been doing it for a while, what type of advice would you give them?
Schedule.
Schedule's number one?
Have a schedule.
Yes.
I won't say it's number one, but it's there.
Yeah. It's one to not forget about, right?
Definitely. Because even if you just have to stream for one day, have your day planned out.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Have your day picked.
Yeah.
Have your time picked. And that's your one day.
Yeah. I was about to say that leads into the consistency part. Everybody says, and like we kind of regurgitate it, and like it's hard to do, but once you get it in a rotation, it does work for you.
Consistency has been my kryptonite, I guess.
Oh wow.
Consistency has been my kryptonite.
That's crazy.
Anytime I see consistency, I'm like,
yeah, I know. I feel that. Same.
biggest one though, when it comes to content creating is whether you're starting or you're already doing it, be yourself. There's a lot of people out here, which is funny because I seen the video on it. I'm going to bring up Corey Kenshin. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I seen the video on him, not on Corey Kenshin, but on people that are literally copying his style. And they act I literally seen the guy that acts exactly like Corey Kenshin. And I was like, sir, you're just giving me Corey Kenshin vibes.
That's crazy.
So be you. Be you. That's the biggest thing. Yes, you can get ideas from other people, but revamp it to match you. Revamp it to match who you are, your character, and all of that stuff. Don't just completely copy. Or would it be emulating?
Yeah.
Don't just completely emulate someone else. Put your own little spin and twist to it because people are going to notice.
Yeah.
With that guy, I went through his comments and people were like, bro, you're biting off of Corey Kenshin.
Right?
Like, be yourself. This is this. He's growing, yes, but still, it's like people are going to attach you to somebody else.
Exactly.
And you don't really want that unless you really don't care. But if you don't really want that, be yourself.
Right.
So that's my biggest thing for anyone that's starting out is go in there with the mindset of I am good enough. I don't need to be like this streamer. I don't need to be like that streamer. This person might be doing the same thing as me, but they're doing better than me. It doesn't matter. We all are moving at our own speed. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. Yes.
I remind myself that almost every goddamn day because I be trying to sprint and it don't work.
Yeah.
But it's a marathon, not a sprint. Everyone has their time at their time.
Exactly.
So be your authentic self.
That is, it took me a while to learn that. And the lesson that I learned from being my authentic self is it makes creating content so much more fun.
And it's easier.
Yes. Because you're not trying to think of something that you're not. You're like, oh, I think this is funny, or I think this is interesting. And you just make that video, or you just play the game on stream the way that you would do it, like if you were not on camera.
Yeah, you don't have to fake a persona. Yeah. You're just being you, so it's easy.
Exactly.
Because I feel like if you're trying to be something else, it takes more. What is it?
Energy.
It's not wavelength. It takes more wavelength.
Yes. Yeah.
For you to try to do that, and you're gonna get burnt out faster than if you were to just be you.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people tell everybody to be authentic, but I don't think not today, they don't know why, but most people are like, well, why would I do that? What's the benefit? I could blow up doing this. It's like, oh, you're going to burn out quick trying to pretend to be somebody else. Like, Smitty, that was dope. Thank you for that words of advice. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor. Where would you like to send the people who are listening as far as, regurgitate? No, consuming your content.
I'm gonna say regurgitating.
Like food. It was like eating my.
They're throwing up my stuff.
Consume. I'm. You know what I'm saying? Consuming your content. Exactly.
Delicioso.
Oh wow. All right.
Yes. Twitch. Everything is SmittyChu. You can't not find me. So Twitch would be one. If you want to watch me live, playing these horror games. Like he said, you know, however it goes. I'm always playing some type of scary game. I don't know why I do this to myself, but here I am.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I started off with FPS games.
Did you?
Heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was playing Destiny. Apex was a long run.
Yeah.
Destiny was very long.
That's crazy.
But that was something else that I learned too. When people was like, be variety, don't be stuck on one thing, because then people will only be there for that one thing.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, horror has a variety of games. Yeah. There I am. YouTube. SmittyChu.
Yes.
I am uploading videos every week, except last week because I was like really busy. But every week, trying to get that going as well. So if you are not able to catch the streams, you can possibly, depending on when it gets edited, you can catch the edited down version on YouTube.
Bet.
TikTok is the same. SmittyChu. Twitter. SmittyChu.
Yeah.
But yeah, so mainly Twitch, YouTube. I am mostly trying to get up there as far as building.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right.
Because I know TikTok's about to get bad soon.
Yeah. So unless some Hail Mary comes, it looks like that might be the case. Which is weird.
YouTube Shorts for me.
Yeah, god damn it. Instagram Reels, I don't know. I need to go do my research.
I don't even want to bombard my Instagram anymore.
Exactly. Like my Instagram is barely on its last leg, so we'll see.
It'll just be pictures of me.
I don't even know what's.
You want to see crazy pictures? Hit on that Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, SmittyChu. You know what it is.
SmittyChu. You can't go wrong.
That is dope. Let's go ahead and, as if you listeners aren't, I don't know how you found the podcast. Actually, I do know how you found the podcast. Uploaded and Unfiltered. We are everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, Alexa has a podcast place that you can find stuff. Any podcast catcher, just search the name up and you'll find it. Subscribe, leave me a message. I think you can send a text to the show now. Somebody do that. I dare you. I will read it on screen. Don't put anything too crazy. Other than that, I will talk to y'all later. Again, Smitty, thank you for doing this. I appreciate you doing it. It was all so awesome.
Thank you for having me. I'm not nervous. No. I'm not sweating. Oh, wait, I lied. My armpits are wet. I lied.
Wow. Well, you didn't sound nervous. You killed it.
I did it. Yeah. You already know.
Exactly. As always, protect your mental, keep creating content, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. Peace.